Hey guys, Ryan Gardner, Re-Education of a Nation. How y'all been doing? How y'all been doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. So many people have contacted me. It's like, hey, Ryan, when are you going to do a video about what happened in D.C. the other day? And I had to stutter right there because I didn't know what to call it. I've thought about circus, clown show, clusterfuck, snafu, all the military terms, to make the military guys calm and laugh at it. But I think snafu fits it. But then again, clown show really fits it, because what else can you call it but a goddamn clown show? Oh, it lets you know, and it should bring all of you to some type of joy in your heart that nothing's changed. Things are still the same. And they haven't changed, and you should love that. I even wore this shirt in honor. A friend of mine bought this. Oh, you see it? See it? Look, see this? Let's settle this like adults. So, yeah, as I got excited, I kicked the camera. That's par for the course, I guess. Maybe that's just a metaphor for the BS that happened in D.C. last week. So let's recap, shall we? Let's recap. So, last week, you can't make this up. It's so funny. President Trump supposedly put out a tweet and told all his friends to come save the election in D.C. Rumor has it that he said, I need your help. Come voice your opinions. Come tell Congress how you feel. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how he even thought that was going to work when Congress don't listen to him or any other goddamn American by ballot or by bullet. They don't freaking listen. Look at that one up from Malcolm X, ballot or bullet. But the point is, with all that he did, all that he's done, or supposedly they're Trump supporters to come out, and I'm not knocking them or anybody else, because y'all know how I feel about left, right, red, blue, green, yellow, purple. The issue is not only did they show up at the Capitol in busload, they scaled the walls. After they scaled the walls, which I don't know why they were scaling the walls, maybe because that's the only way you could get there. Maybe that's what security thought would keep them away. Like Home Depot in DC and Alexandria don't sell ladders, or Maryland. Oh, hell, even AFES at Andrews sells ladders. But what I don't understand is, why was the security so lax? Riddle me this. How in the hell does a Boy Scout Jamboree have more armed security than the nation's capital? There's footage of security guards getting mushed in the face, their gas masks being ripped off, getting crushed in doors. One guy died. And I will speak about the other veterans that were there that have been exposed. And I'd like to thank Trump supporters. Thank you for honoring the royal order of water buffaloes. I gotta do that, because that you had to be a 70s and 80s baby to understand that that's who that was. He was part of Fred Flintstone and the water buffalo. First I thought it was Jamiroquai doing it impromptu, but no, it's actually one of the members of the Flintstones Royal Water Buffalo Club. And I was just blown. I was like, see, there you go. Now you think about that, but the Simpsons got it right again. The Simpsons pulled it off one more time, and you got to wonder if that was a plant. You really do, because that was just gorgeous. Who shows up in a water buffalo hat at the Capitol with horns and everything? Then let's jump to Pelosi's guy. So, on their way trekking over security in the nation's capital, which is supposed to be the capital of the free world, democracy, everything that's supposed to stand for, managed to throw human excrement throughout the entire Capitol building. Why? I mean, I've said countless times, Capitol Hill needs an enema, but not a reverse enema. See, that's just explosive diarrhea. That's just gross, what you guys did. I don't even know what the point of that was. Then you had the retired guy from the Air Force with the goddamn zip ties, like he working for ICE and the ATF, going on a drugs thing. It's coming to, it was just so much at one time. Then the Air Force lady, the 12-year veteran who got shot and knew better, You knew better. I'm sorry that you're gone, but you knew better. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. So we got the bus loads, we got the water buffalo, we got the human feces and piss being thrown through the Capitol. If there's ever a war or a nuclear attack planned for this country and they get wind of it, or, okay, we see the nukes coming, Congress, along with the president, is swept away to a bunker, a safe place. And so, shelter in place in the Capitol? Do you know what kind of stupid message you just sent the rest of the world and every damn terrorist? Do you have any idea what you just told them? You said, hey, look, fish in the barrel, baby. Come get some. So now we're looking stupid, and not only just walk through the Capitol like they owned it. I know veterans who did 20 years and could not get a tour of the Capitol. I know full-bird colonels who couldn't get a tour of the Capitol because security was so tight. And you're telling me that all of a sudden, one day when Congress happens to be there, that President Trump had tweeted magically, like a box of Lucky Charms, security was off that day? Maybe everybody had COVID. I mean, I'll give them that. Maybe the security was suffering from COVID, and that's what happened. No, I'm going to call a false flag. I'm just going to. And let me explain some to you morons that set this up and did this, because no veterans believing it, because we've seen what security is supposed to be. You're stressing us the hell out. Every veteran that has died and served, lost a limb, lost a wife, lost a child, lost a family because they were out doing your bidding. You just pissed them. You took a septic truck that just pumped a sewer line, took a cup, a pitcher, filled it up with that good old juice, and just poured it all across every veteran. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard. You just poured it all across. So here, get some. Like the guy from Full Metal Jacket, get some. But Congress didn't lead you. Congress just poured it in your face. Because I'm telling you, that's what it felt like. The way that was handled, it felt like y'all wanted it to go this way. And then the stand down order. What? The leaders of the free world, leaders, because it's more than one of y'all. The leaders of the free world, that, hey, come get some. We're just as vulnerable as the rest of you. Let's show you how you can come get some of Congress. Not cool. The way that was handled is sad. It's disgraceful. I've heard veterans talk about how it stressed them out to watch this happen. Do you not understand that when we leave this country, when people leave their families, that's all they see is that flag waving. That's all they see. In their head is the oath that they took to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I can tell you, the first thing most veterans thought was, let the paramedics sort them out. But you didn't. You did nothing of the sort. 1 or 2, 3, 4 people died, yeah. So let's get down to let's break it on down, shall we? The way you handled it was racial as hell. Here in Richmond, Virginia, when the riots happened, and it was Black Lives Matter, and I support the movement. They were locking people up by the busload. And this is Richmond, Virginia. You know the people that are arguing over a statue in the Confederacy, and they're locking people up over General Lee. They're locking people up over Monument Avenue and rioting like they got to burn buildings in Richmond. Grant ran through Richmond. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, so how the hell is it that a bunch of flag-toting, piss-throwing, feces-handled Trump supporter didn't get the same treatment? See, I don't know if it's an agenda in this country to make it a race war or to just say you're not that important. I don't know, but that's the message that you're sending. My next point is Article 230. As soon as President Trump did his tweet, Twitter cut him off. But then when Facebook dropped a local politician for saying that she supported their action, Facebook got rid of her, and she was a gubernatorial candidate for the state of Virginia. Isn't it kind of odd that with all this censorship going on, Article 230 happened to be in the stimulus bill or part of it in a major discussion? See, what you really have to understand and think about is nothing's by accident. They don't have the right to censor you if it's non-hate speech. So basically they're controlling the narrative. And that's what it's about, controlling the narrative. When you control the narrative, you control people's minds. When you control people's minds, you control their thoughts and their actions. And what you did by getting rid of Trump's Twitter account is you removed all of their liability and put it all on his shoulders, because you silenced him thinking that he mind brainwashed and mind humped every last one of them and bribed them into doing it? Or did you just think they were innocent protesters who needed protection from their big old daddy? Either way, you sent a horrible message. And not a good one, especially to the veterans. The amount of calls at the VA for PTSD has gone up, I'm pretty sure. So now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now to make it any different, to change? You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna use this, like you did 9/11, to institute more laws to screw us even more, because that's what false flags do. They give you that little go for it guy to get it done. It's not about red, it's not about blue, it's not. And what happened in DC last week proved it. What happened with the stimulus proved it. You're placing color and race at the head of every decision that you're making right now. And you're making it apparent. And with everybody that was black that went to the polls and I'm riding with Biden. Riding where? For what? Everything's gonna come out. All of it's gonna come out in the wash. At the end of this video, I have a clip, and I'm dedicating this video to all my vets that deployed, went overseas. Another fellow veteran, they told me that when they would have to go out the wire, you know, go out to different FOBs and whatnot and do their job and come back to main base, either Iraq and Afghanistan. Whenever they saw this beacon, it made them feel like everything was okay, like they'd be safe. This is Ryan Gardner. It's been Re-Education of a Nation. Like it, love it, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm supposed to say subscribe. I don't even know why, but it's just so awesome. You should subscribe. If you got topics you want me to talk about, let me know.